Hi, my name is Delilah Tammany, and today I will be walking you through the action of writing cursive. Not only will I show you how to write in cursive, but I will also be breaking down the anatomy and physiology behind it. Let's start. I will start off by writing a couple simple words. Writing in cursive requires smooth and continuous hand and finger movements. Now, let's break it down step by step. Writing in cursive is a complex action that involves multiple joints, muscles, and your nervous system. Let's start with the joints involved in this motion. The first joint I am introducing is the radiocarpal joint, which is the wrist joint. This is a condyloid joint, and during cursive writing, the wrist provides flexion extension by bending and straightening, and abduction by moving side to side. The scaphoid articulates this joint. The next joint is the humeral radial joint, which is the elbow joint. This joint is a hinge joint, and during cursive writing, your elbows tend to bend and straighten, and you adjust your hand's position. The radius articulates this joint. The last joint is the glenohumeral joint. This is a ball and socket joint, which is the shoulder joint. The shoulder allows rotation and abduction as you stabilize your arm to control your hand's motion. The scapula articulates this joint. Now let's talk about the muscles involved working with these joints. The radiocarpal joint's prime mover is the extensor carpi radialis that helps with wrist abduction. The antagonist is the flexor carpi radialis, which helps the flexion of your wrist, and the synergist is the extensor carpi ulnaris, which helps stabilize the wrist. The humeral radial joint's prime mover is the biceps brachii, which is responsible for bending your elbow. The antagonist is the triceps brachii and is responsible for straightening your elbow, and the synergist is the brachioradialis that helps the flexion of your elbow. The glenohumeral joint's prime mover is the pectoralis major that helps rotate the shoulder. The antagonist is the deltoid that helps to stabilize your shoulder, and the synergist is the corabrachialis that supports your shoulder. Did you know that your nervous system plays a crucial role in writing cursive? The motor neuron sends signals from the brain to these muscles to contract your joints and muscles to create movement. The chemical response for this contraction is acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter. The somatic nervous system is responsible for controlling the movement of your muscles during writing cursive, which is part of the peripheral nervous system. It allows you to consciously be able to coordinate the movements of your hand. The first bone involved in writing in cursive is the scapula. The scapula is a flat bone in the appendicular skeleton located superior and lateral to the lumbar vertebrae, which stabilizes the shoulder. The next bone is the humerus. The humerus is a long bone that is also superior and lateral to the lumbar vertebrae. At your wrist are your carpals. The carpal bones are short bones that are found inferior, distal, and lateral to the lumbar vertebrae, which helps to enable flexibility. Next up is the clavicle. The clavicle is a long bone that is superior and interior to the lumbar vertebrae. It provides support between the shoulder and the sternum. Lastly are the radius and the ulna. The radius and the ulna are both long bones that are inferior and lateral to the lumbar vertebrae, which allows movement to the forearm. So, there you have it. Writing in cursive is much more than just moving a pen across your paper. It involves a lot of coordination with your joints, bones, muscles, and nervous system to all work together to become a team. I hope this breakdown helped you appreciate the complexity of this action that results in a beautiful outcome. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy writing in cursive as much as I do.